Hi and welcome to my channel. I am Ayobola Adebowale, your baby's doctor, and today is for the new parents. So if you just had a baby, yay, congratulations, this video is for you. And if you did not just have a baby, but you're watching this video, yes, it's also for you, so that of course if you have access to some babies or some people that just gave birth, you can give them this video, or you can even use the information in this video to educate them and tell them some things they don't know. I know having a baby can actually be very, very stressful, even though it's very beautiful. It's a lovely thing. We love babies. Babies are cute, especially when they are not yours, because of course the cuteness is when people say, "Oh, your baby is so cute," and all. But you, as the mother, as the father, you know what you actually go through to bring out that cute baby. But yes, congratulations. It is always, always lovely to have one of those little ones in the house. So today, I know that as a new parent, you have a lot of concerns, a lot of questions, even people that are not new parents, but are parents with new babies. Some of them still have a lot of concerns about their babies. They have questions that are unanswered. And yes, you have a lot of teachers. Yes, you have a lot of people telling you, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do. And then suddenly, at some point, you just get confused, like, okay, what am I supposed to do? So yeah, there are a lot of questions. I had like about 20 questions, but because I don't like making my videos very long, so yes, I'm going to address 10 of them today, and of course I will address more as time goes on, and of course as they increase, we'll still have to keep addressing these questions. If you're just joining me for the very, very first time, welcome from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Yes, please like my video, because each time you like my video, YouTube sees it as, okay, this video is quite important, people are liking it, and they make it available for people to see. And yes, subscribe to my channel, because yes, we're trying to build the brand, we're trying to build the channel. So please subscribe to the channel. The more the subscribers, the happier I am as your baby's doctor. And of course, keep sharing this information. We are very, very mindful about your child's health and well-being, and that is why I keep making these videos, so that you can also keep sharing for people to see my content everywhere. So thank you so much for joining me today. Let's get all right. So this is my book. Yes. So here I've summarized those questions into these 10 questions, and I'm going to take them shortly. I'll try not to overflow things. All right, so let's get started. So question number 1 says, how long should I breastfeed a baby for? So this person is asking, if I need to breastfeed my baby now, this particular section of breastfeeding, how long should it last for? Because a lot of children actually spend like hours. You hear some mother saying, oh my goodness, it doesn't even leave the breast alone. Once you remove him, he start crying and all that. Ideally, if you are lactating well and everything is fine, your baby should not spend more than 20 minutes to 30 minutes on the breast. Anything that, if you're lactating well and your baby spends longer than that, it means that the young man or the young woman has seen a toy, and it just sees it as a pacifier, sees it as something soothing, something that rocks him to sleep. So ideally, within 20 to 30 minutes, if you're lactating adequately, your baby should stop breastfeeding. Yeah, within 20 to 30 minutes. So this next question says, won't my baby be thirsty? Yes, I get this question from a lot of mothers, a lot of concerned mothers. They want to know, won't my baby be thirsty? Especially those that are on exclusive breastfeeding. They are like, won't my baby be thirsty if I don't give water? No, your baby will not be thirsty. The way God has created the breast milk is such a way that it is very rich in water. About 90% of your breast milk is made up of water, which means that, and everything that your child needs to survive for the first 6 months of life is available in that breast milk. Vitamins, protein, carbohydrates, whatever it is, even up until things that will help your child fight infections, for the first 6 months of life is available in the breast milk. However, after 6 months, the person might not be able to supply the things that the child will need. But for that first 6 months, your child has all he or she needs in your breast milk. So please do not give water, especially if you're exclusively breastfeeding. But of course, if you're giving formula feeds, you would have to give your child water. So the next question says, he wouldn't sleep at night. What do I do? Yes, this is like, of course, babies don't sleep at night. In the first few months, 2 to 3 months of life, they do not sleep at night. They keep you awake at night. And of which you, as an adult, you're already used to staying awake during the day, sleeping at night, or the child wants to sleep during the day and stays awake at night. That is the way it is. It's like changing their time zone. They are not used to it yet. And over time, they'll get used to the fact that, okay, morning is morning and night is night. So what I advise that you can do, it's not like there's a hard or fast rule to it. This one, I just advise parents to do that. You try to like condition your child to feel the time of the day. So yes, at night, when you expect the child to sleep, you can start by putting off the lights. You can talk in hushed tones. Hey baby, it's time to sleep. Try lullaby if you if you know how to sing. Like some of us. All right, so you can try the lullaby and just try to condition, make the child feel like, yes, okay, this is the time to sleep. And then during the day, make the child active, take them out to a bright place where they can see the sun and know that, yes, it might work for you. I'm not saying that it works for everybody, but if it works for you, beautiful. But then as the parent, I advise, especially the mother, because I expect that in the first few months, 2 to 3 months of your baby's life, you should be on maternity leave. So I advise that when your baby is sleeping, please sleep, because that's the only way you can actually get the sleep you need. Your baby is not likely to sleep at night. Right, so the next question says, is it normal for a baby to poop after feeds? Oh yes, beautiful question. I get this question a lot, and I'm always eager to explain to you. Yes, it is normal for a baby to poop immediately after eating. It is called the gastrocolic reflex, in which when food enters into the stomach, signals are sent, and then the intestine feels the need to remove whatever it is that it has in it. Okay, so yes, it's called the gastrocolic reflex, and yes, your child might have it. And some newborns will poop like 6 times a day, which is essentially normal. But then you start getting bothered if you see mucus, if you see blood, and changes in the color of the stool. Okay, and remember that, I don't think I have any question like that here. Okay, so yes, now next question is now about the color of the poop, which is what I want to link to this one. Remember that usually in the first few days of life, I had a video where I posted extensively about poop. But I'm going to just recap now that in the first few days, like about 2 to 3 days of life, the child will pass what we call the meconium stool. So that's the first stool. It's usually dark with some greenish tinge. And then as child starts feeding, it will become transitional stools, which are usually like greenish in color. And then of course, later it will become the yellowish, typical yellow with some specks. Yeah, so that is how it is. And of course, it is normal for the child to also pass greenish stools, especially if you are formula feeding your child. So yes, this is what the stool should look like. Yeah, your child can actually stool up to 6 times a day. All right, next question says, okay, about the care of the cord. Okay, so cord care. The umbilical cord is that thing that connects you to your baby when your baby is in utero, when you're pregnant. But when you deliver, we cut it off. And of course, when we cut it off, it has to dry off and fall off. The problem with the umbilicus or the umbilical cord, when it is not properly taken care of, is that it can be a portal for infection. Some organisms can enter through that place and cause serious infection for your baby, which is why you need to care for it very well. All right, so there are different methods. If you love the use of chlorhexidine, beautiful. So chlorhexidine gel is an antibacterial gel that you can use to clean your baby's umbilicus. I advise that you clean your baby's umbilicus like 4 to 5 times a day. Yes, call it whatever, but yes, it's better to be safe than sorry. All right, so clean your baby's umbilical cord like 4 to 5 times a day until it falls off. And when it falls off, clean it each time you need to change your baby's diaper. All right, for those that don't want to use of chlorhexidine, an old reliable, I love it. An old reliable method is the use of methylated spirit. Okay, so in some clients they don't use methylated spirit again, but I still love methylated spirit because I feel it's less for chlorhexidine. When you put chlorhexidine, it's a bit messy, but for spirit it like dries off, and of course you're fine. All right, so the same thing, clean it like 4 to 5 times a day. The reason some people don't advocate for methylated spirit again is because it can cause skin irritation in children. But if you don't have that, I think we are good. So you can clean it like 4 to 5 times a day when the cord is still attached. And when the cord drops off, you clean like 3 times a day until it's completely dried off. Next question says, my baby twitches when sleeping. Should I be bothered? Yeah, no, you shouldn't be bothered in a way. All right, so yes, it's normal for babies to do some very funny things when sleeping. When they are sleeping, they can open their eye. Like people that are drunk, they can open their eye like that. They can make some movements, some sudden movements, especially when they are startled without waking up. Yes, they can do that. They can also suck when they are sleeping. They do a lot of funny things when they are sleeping. Yes, and the problem with this is that it's very difficult to actually differentiate that from subtle seizures that some babies can have when they have some problems with their brain. So I would advise that if you are bothered about the movement of your baby, please make a video and show a pediatrician. So when you have a video evidence of what it is, it's easier for the pediatrician to say, okay, no, this one looks just like a child that's sleeping, or you should be bothered. Okay, so the best way to, because I see a lot of parents coming to the emergency to say my baby jacks when he's sleeping, and I'm confused. I'm not sure, is it convulsing or it is just the usual jacks when the baby is sleeping. So please make a video and show a pediatrician. But yes, your baby can actually twitch and make some very, very funny movements, and also smile when sleeping. So yeah. The next question says, my baby has a white rash on the face. All right, so this is very common for newborns. There are some rashes that are actually quite common in newborn children. Maybe I should make a video on rashes in newborn children. That would be nice. Okay, maybe I'll do that. But yes, there are some rashes that you actually see in newborns. One of them is called milia. So it's like this whitish spots on your baby's face. Yeah, those ones are essentially normal and they will clear off with time. So please do not apply anything, do not put anything, do not put any antiseptic soap or whatever. Just continue bathing your baby with baby soaps that are very mild and the baby creams that are also very mild. All right, so this question number 9 and question number 10, I'm going to take them together. So question number 9 says, my baby is menstruating. You're like, why is the baby menstruating? What's going on? Okay, yes. So yes, I get this a lot, and I get that scared feeling. I get that scared look. I get that surprised, anxious look from mothers anytime they tell me that their babies are menstruating. Their female children, their female babies, their female neonates are menstruating. And I'm like, yes, it's essentially normal. Yes, it's actually normal. If you're a newborn, your female newborn, passes blood through the vagina, is actually very normal. It is actually due to withdrawal from your hormones. Your baby was in your tummy and you guys were sharing the same blood supply. So your hormones were actually getting to the baby. So the moment you deliver the baby and you cut it off, it's like a withdrawal bleeding. Yeah, so it's like a withdrawal bleeding and the baby can actually menstruate. So yes, it's possible. And don't be bothered about this, okay? The next question, which is the last question, and also similar to the baby is menstruating one, is help. There is milk in my baby's breasts. These things are weird. I know, but yes, it's just the beauty of nature. I like to see things like that because I get to tell parents that yes, it's not going to be bothered about. Don't worry, this is due to your hormones. So now you're breastfeeding your child and your child is getting, those lactating hormones from you. And the body says, you have enough hormones to actually lactate. So just go ahead and lactate and then your baby can actually lactate, so to say. Now, the mistake a lot of parents make in this process is that they press it, they apply creams to it, they put warm clothing on it and all that. So please stop doing that, because in the process of doing that, you might actually introduce infections and inflammation to your baby's breast, and then cause what we call mastitis or a breast abscess, which is another ballgame entirely. So please do not press it, do not puncture it, do not incise it, Do not put any ointment on it. Don't do anything. It is just part of the beauty of nature. So yes, those are my 10 questions for today, and we are done. That was fast, I think. I hope. All right, so if you have questions, if you're a new one, you have questions that you don't answer, drop them, add them to my pool of questions. The next time I actually have a frequently asked question session like this, I will try to touch on them. Thank you so much for joining me today. If there are some questions that you want me to answer immediately, just drop them in the comment box below. And if they are personal to you, you can send it to my email at yourbabysdoctor@gmail.com. Remember to follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and occasionally on TikTok at Your Baby's Doctor. And remember to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and share so that plenty people will get to see this and learn some new things about their newborns. So thank you so much for joining me. Remember, always please to answer your questions. So drop them in the comment section below or send me a message at yourbabysdoctor@gmail.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I remain Ayobola Adebowale, your baby's doctor, shining light on your child's health and wellness. Bye.